The people came out to the Chinatown Plaza and all over the valley to celebrate Lunar New Year. East and Southeast Asian cultures, including Chinese, Vietnamese, and Korean communities, all take part in this holiday. From Chinatown Plaza to celebrations on Fremont Street, then lion dances at Palace Station. Sunday was the start of the Lunar New Year. While some people may think Lunar New Year is Chinese, it's a festival celebrated among many different countries. Catherine Francisco, president of Nevada's AAPI Chamber of Commerce, says it is a celebration.
And it's all about family, and it's all about tradition and bringing the community together.
And with events all around the world, the tradition is said to be with the first new moon that occurs between the end of January and spans the first 15 days. The year 2023 is a year of the rabbit. Each year is associated with an animal that corresponds to an element. Here in Las Vegas, celebrated with lots of life, color, and dragon performances. A symbolic animal for Chinese culture that means wealth, prosperity, and good luck. And Chinese New Year 2023 falls on Sunday. Celebrations culminate with the Lantern Festival that's coming up on February 5th, 2023.